go and lie down on the mat, face up, knees bent. And to kick off, it is similar to our breathe and release work that we did yesterday. We'll start with those hands up onto the chest. And on the inhale, let that chest rise towards the sky. Exhaling, let those shoulders settle down into your mat. We'll do 3 more just like this. Big inhale, feel the chest rise towards the sky. To exhale, let those shoulders fall to your mat. Last 2, big inhale to the chest. To exhale, relax into your mat. Last 1, inhaling into the chest. To exhale, melt to your mat. We're going to slide those hands down onto the ribs now. Fingertips lace around the top of the ribs. Heel of the hands to the back and sides of the rib cage. On the inhale, fill up into the back and the sides of the ribs. To exhale, feel those ribs wrap around the front of the torso like a hug. We have 3 more. It's a big inhale into the back and sides of the rib cage. And as you exhale, feel the spine between the ribs melt to your mat. 2 more. Big inhale into the ribs. To exhale, wrap around the torso. Last time, inhaling into the back and the sides of the rib cage. Exhaling, wrap around the front of the torso. And we'll slide those hands down to the belly, just below the belly button. On the inhale, feel the belly rise towards the sky. Exhaling, allow the belly to hollow into the spine. Inhaling, we fill up into the belly. To exhale, relax into the base of the spine. 2 more. Big inhale into the belly. To exhale, melt into the spine. Last time, inhaling, fill up into the belly. And exhale, relax into the spine. So now we're going to bring our breath into all 3 portions of the body. We'll begin with the inhale into the belly. Now continue that inhale, try to widen through the ribs. Last big inhales into the chest. And exhale, begin with the belly. Now exhaling through those ribs. And finally, get the last drop of air out from the chest. Let's try that 3 more times. Inhale into the belly first. Now into the ribs. Finally up into the chest. And exhale, belly first. Then add those ribs. And add the chest. Give me 2 more. Inhale, belly. Ribs. Chest. And exhale, belly. Ribs. And chest. Last time, inhale, belly. Ribs. Chest. And exhale, belly. Ribs. Chest. Good, let's use that breath to mobilize the spine. So inhale into the torso, fill it all the way up for me. Exhaling, as you press out from the belly, start to shift your weight up into the ribs. Continuing the exhale, start to float the hips, shifting our weight into the bottom of the shoulder blades. Last bit of an exhale, we come up to right between the shoulders. Take a big inhale, fill up into the torso. Exhaling, melt down the space in between those shoulder blades to start. 1 rib at a time starts to lower down. The bottom of the rib cage meets the mat. Finally, the small of the back comes into the mat. And on the inhale, let those hips tilt away, filling the torso back up. We have 3 more. It's an exhale as we rock the pelvis, shifting our weight in towards those ribs. Slow as we imprint the spine and roll up. Inhaling as we breathe in between those shoulder blades. And exhaling, melt that spine back down between the shoulder blades first. Opening up between the ribs as we lower down. Equal on both sides of the spine as we set down to the bottom of the rib cage. Finally, those hips rock heavy as we inhale into the torso. Exhaling, tuck that tailbone, scoop those abdominals, hollow the abs as we round up. Big inhale at the top of that bridge. Exhaling as we melt it back down. Careful to set each one of those vertebrae down one at a time. And deep inhale as we tilt away. On this last one, I want you to focus on the articulation on the way up. So it's an exhale as we rock our tailbone in. We start to press the small of the back into the mat as the tailbone starts to find its lift. Then the ribs start to come up slow, one at a time. As we rock up to the base of the shoulder blades, we take a deep breath in. Exhaling, melt back down. Good. We'll let those hips come heavy onto our mat. Let the feet open wider than the mat, or a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. On the inhale, let those legs fall towards the right side. Exhaling, we'll windshield viper to the center. Inhaling, swivel to the left side. We'll lift up to the sky, fall to the right. Swivel back center, fall to the left. One more each way. We take those knees to the right side first. Pulling back through center, we'll let them fall to the left side. Draw those legs back center. Walk the feet back together so they're about fist width apart between the knees and the ankles. And sweep those arms up and overhead. Take a big inhale for me and try to line those biceps up with the ears. On the exhale, we'll float the head, neck, and shoulders, lifting only as high as we can before those arms will leave the ears. Inhaling, take the torso back down. Exhaling, engage to the top of the abdominals as we float head, neck, and shoulders, eyes look slightly towards the thighs. Inhale, take the body back down. Give me 2 more here. It's an exhale to lift, and inhale to lower. 1 more. Exhale, float the torso, the head, neck, and shoulders up. Inhaling as we take it back down. Let that on. Exhaling, float head, neck, and shoulders. We find our lift. Ribs are still heavy into the mat. Continue your exhale as we press through the fingertips down by our sides. Inhaling, draw those arms back up. The arms find our ears to lower head, neck, and shoulders back down. 2 more. Exhaling, tuck and lift. Continue the press through the arms. Inhaling, reconnect the arms to the ears, lower head, neck, and shoulders back down. 1 more time. Exhaling, float head, neck, and shoulders. Find your press through the arms. Inhaling, reconnect those arms to the ears to lower back down. Let's take it up a notch. On the exhale, we'll float head, neck, and shoulders. As we continue to press, bend that left knee to the chest. Inhaling, lower the knee, the arms reconnect to the ears, and we'll lower it back down. Exhaling, this time it's the right leg. We'll lift up, continue the press, we'll float the leg. Reconnect the foot to the mat, the arms reconnect to the ears, and we lower down. 2 more each way. Exhaling to float, find the press on the arms, and lift that left knee in. Reconnect that left foot to the mat, arms into the ears, and lower. Exhaling, float, lift the right knee, press the arms. Inhaling, reconnect, arms go back to those ears, and lower. 1 more back down, circle the arms, take the palms face down out into a T. We'll float those legs up into a tabletop. And on the inhale, lift that right glute as those knees sail for the right fingertips. So inhale, we'll lift that left glute as the knees sail towards the right fingertips, going only as far as we can before the left shoulder lifts. Exhaling, spiral the spine back, center. Inhaling, lift the right hip, sail the knees towards the left fingertips. Exhaling, spiral the hips back, center. 2 more each way. We'll lift that left hip as the knees sail towards the right hand. Exhaling, bring it back, center. Inhaling, lift the right hip, sail to the left hand. Exhaling, back, center. 1 more each way. Lift that left hip, knees reach to the right fingertips. Exhaling, back, center. Inhaling, lift that right hip, sail to the left hand. Exhale, bring it back, center. And we'll take it to our stretch. So lift that left hip, let the knees fall over to the right side and let them set all the way down. Rotate the left palm to be face up, then turn your head to look over towards the left fingertips. Big stretches here. With every exhale, feel that left shoulder try to melt a little bit deeper towards your mat. Then we'll spiral that hand, be back palm face down. Squeeze into those inner thighs for me. Press into the right hand to lift those legs back center. Moving the other direction, we'll lift that right hip, let the legs fall to the left. Turn the right palm face up. We'll turn our head to look towards the right fingertips. A couple of deep breaths here, really stretching that right shoulder away from the right knee. And with every exhale, the shoulder tries to relax into the mat a little bit deeper. Now we'll spiral that right hand, knee palm face down. Start to squeeze in those inner thighs. Try to press on the left hand to assist as you lift the legs, float them back center, and drop the feet back to the mat. Glide the left leg all the way away. Arms are going to reconnect with those ears. And on the exhale, we'll start by doing a pelvic tuck. So press the small of the back down into the mat so the left leg hovers off of the floor. Float the head, neck, and shoulders. Look towards the toe. Inhaling, lower the head, neck, and shoulders back down. The left leg relaxes back to the mat. Exhaling to begin. We tuck the pelvis. It pulls that leg into its float. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. Eyes gaze down towards the toe. Inhale, relax back down. 1 more. Exhaling, connect on the small of the back to the mat. Float head, neck, and shoulders to look towards the toes. All the way back down. Let's take this up a notch. Deep breath in. Exhaling, find your tuck first. Float the head, neck, and shoulders. Start to press the arms towards the toes as the left leg lifts to the sky. Inhaling, stretch the toes away from the fingertips, reconnecting to the ears, and we'll lower head, neck, and shoulders back down. We have 2 more. Exhaling, start with the tuck, float that left leg, float head, neck, and shoulders. As the arms press, the toe comes to the sky. Toes stretch away from the fingertips, and we'll relax it back down. 1 more. Exhaling, find your tuck. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. Press on the arms, float the leg. Reach fingertips away from the toes and relax it back down. Bend that left knee in, right leg gets to reach away long. We begin with the prep work. On the exhale, we tuck the tailbone so that right toe hovers off of the floor. Float head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, take it back down. Exhaling, draw the navel towards the ribs to press the spine into the mat, floating that right leg. Hover head, neck, and shoulders. Gaze goes to the toes. Inhale back in. 1 more time. Exhale, connect on the front of the body to float head, neck, and shoulders. Gaze goes to the toes. Inhale on the way back down. Now let's add our press. Exhaling, find find your connection on the front of the body. Hover head, neck, and shoulders. As the arms press, the toe reaches to the sky. Inhaling, stretch the toes away from the fingertips and bring it back down. 2 more. Exhaling, find your connection on the front of the body to float head, neck, and shoulders. Press the arms to lift the leg. Inhale, stretch it back away and relax. Last one. Exhaling, find your abdominal connection, floating head, neck, and shoulders. Press on the arms, lifting the toe. Extend it back away and relax. You can circle those arms down by our sides. Roll onto your side for side lying leg series. Now today you have 3 options. You can bend the elbow, the head can rest down onto the bicep. You can prop that head up with the hand. Or if you'd like to take the most advanced option, both hands come behind the head, we lift up onto the elbow, and the ribs and the armpits stay lifted off of the mat. No lazy slouching if you're here. Pick which one feels best for you today. We'll extend the legs and pike those heels slightly in front of the mat or slightly in front of our midline. Begin with the top foot flexed. On the inhale, lift the leg towards the sky. Point the toe to reconnect the inner thighs. We'll flex to lift, point to lower. Flex to lift, point to lower. 3 more. Flex, lift, point, lower. Here's 2 and 1. Very good. Flex that heel, lift up only to hip height. Keep the torso nice and strong. As we exhale, sweep the leg forward, 2 kicks. Point the toe long, sweep back, 2 pulses. Flex forward, press, press, point the toe back. Now as you reach that toe past the midline, pull the belly button into the spine so the back doesn't arch. Flex the heel, sweep forward. Point the toe, sweep back. Keep that connection on the abs. Here's 3 and 2. Last one. Go ahead and hold that leg at the bottom. Find length between the ribs and the top of that hip bone. Abs are still engaged. Little circles here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse directions back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, cross your ankles for me. Take your bottom hand out in front, length on the arm. Inhaling, stretch the arm up and overhead, stretching away from your toes. On the exhale, swivel at the hips. Start to lift the legs, press down into your bottom arm, reach for your toes. Inhale, take it away, find length. Exhaling, swivel and reach towards the center. 2 more. Inhale, stretch away. Exhale, swivel, meet at the middle. 1 more time. Very good. Relax it down, uncross those legs, roll to your stomach. Take the hands behind the back. One wrist grabs a hold of the opposite wrist, or one hand grabs a hold of the opposite wrist. It does not matter which one, I'm not that picky. Start out with your forehead down on the mat, and let your elbows drape over the sides. Let everything hang loose for just a second. Deep breath in. Exhaling, draw your belly button up and into the spine. Connect your inner thighs, make those toes grow really long. Start to inhale, roll a marble with your nose. Roll it out and away towards the front of your mat, lifting the head. Extend the arms towards your ankle and give me a little bit of space between your back and the wrist. Exhaling, melt back to your mat. 2 more times here. We'll start by rolling our marble at the nose, connect on the inner thighs, make those legs grow long, roll the shoulders open, find length towards those heels, and float those arms. Exhaling back down. 1 more time, here we go. Find length, float the marble, lift the shoulders, stretch, and take it all the way back down. Release those hands. Hands come on either side of the shoulders. Pop up onto all 4s. So we'll take the knees directly below our hips, palms directly the belly up and into the spine. Inhaling, find length on the spine. Look out, or length on the front of the body. Look out in front. Exhaling, tuck the tailbone, scoop the abs, press the ribs, the spine up towards the ceiling. Inhaling, lower the abdominals, feel the shoulder blades pull down the back as though they're sliding into the pockets of our jeans. Exhaling as we round the back to the sky, create space between those shoulder blades. One more time. Length on the abdominals, pull the shoulders away from the ears, look out in front. Exhaling, round the back, press up towards the sky. And now with those feet flat onto the mat, so the top of the feet are flat, press the hips back towards the heels in a child's pose. On the exhale, start to round the back, scoop the abs, shift your weight forward past the wrists, over top of those fingertips, drop your hips, look out in front. Exhaling, press your weight back towards the heels, find the child's pose. Round the back, shift your weight forward past those fingertips, get a stretch on the back of the wrists, as well as the front of the abdominals. One more time, round and shift back. Pull up and over the wrists. Go ahead, and we'll come back on all fours. Changing this up, tuck your toes under for me. Can you get all 10 toes down on that mat? Push the hips back towards the heels, stretching out those feet. If you have the mobility through the feet to walk your hands back towards your knees, go ahead and do so. If it feels good and healthy, and you can come all the way upright and sit back towards those heels to stretch, go right ahead. And when your feet feel like, okay, I couldn't do any more of this, I've stretched to my limit, take the hands back forward. Keeping the toes tucked under. Shoulders come right on top of the wrist. And on the exhale, hover the knees, float them up. Inhale, dip back down to the mat. Exhaling, float the knees. Inhaling, drop. One more time, float those knees. Inhaling to lower. And if you'd like to take this a step further, float the knees. Can we extend the legs, lean forward past those fingertips? Bend the knees, push the hips back towards the heels. Keep those knees lifted. Two more. Extend the legs, lean it forward. Pull it back, sit those hips back towards those heels. One more time. Good. Relax the knees down. Place the tops of the feet back onto the mat. Press those hips back towards the heels to stretch. Let's take our head to the other corner of our mat for sideline leg series. Again, your options for the arm placement. The arm can be bent and the head rests down onto the bicep. You can prop the head up with the hand. If you'd like advanced work, both hands come behind the head and we'll float the ribs. Pick which one feels most appropriate for you today. Extend the legs, the ankles are just in front of your mat. We'll begin with our top foot flexed, and on the inhale, lift the leg towards the sky. Exhaling, point the toe to lower back down. Flex to lift, point to lower. Four more. Last two. Good. Flex that heel to float the leg up to about shoulder width. Keep the core nice and tight for me. And on the exhale, we'll bring that leg forward, little pause at the front. Point the toe, sweep back, little pause at the back. Flex the heel forward, little pause. Point the toe back, little pause. Flex, pull forward, pause. Point, pull back, pause. Flex forward, point back. 2 more. Last one. Good. We'll hold that leg at the back. Big reach on the toe. Pull the belly up and in. Little circles. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse directions back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. Let's crisscross those ankles. Bottom arm reaches out in front. Inhaling, stretch the fingertips away from the toes. On the exhale, swivel on those hips. Lift the fingertips, reach towards the toes. Inhale, find your leg back down. 3 more. Exhale, swivel, reach. Inhale, back down. Here's 2. Good. And 1. Perfect. Roll back onto your back. Once we're lying down on our back, we'll keep those knees bent. Straighten the right leg all the way away. On the exhale, pull that right leg up towards the sky. Inhaling, flex the heel. Try to get as much of the hamstring down onto the mat without losing your connection of your spine as you pull down. So don't let the pelvis go into a tilt or create more space between the small of your back and the mat. Point the toe to lift. Flex the heel to lower. 3 more. Last 2. Good, let's sweep that leg down. Pause at the bottom. Turn the knee and the toe out. Point the toe. Open the leg out to the side to pull back up. So we flex the heel, pull down on the inhale. Exhaling, point the toe, turn the leg out. We'll open out to the right and circle it around. 2 more. Flex and lower. Point the toe, open and around. Last one. Flex and lower. Point the toe, open and around. Let's reverse directions. Inhaling, open the leg out to the right. Flex the heel, pull down. Point the toe, draw up. Inhale, open. Flex the heel, drive down. Point the toe, float up. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Once we're back up, we can cross that right ankle over the left knee. Reach through to grab a hold of the back of the left thigh. Gentle rock side to side if it feels good and appropriate in your body. Now we can plant that left foot back onto the mat, keeping the right ankle over the left knee. Open the arms to a T and let the legs fall to the left side. If it feels better to hold on to the right ankle with the left hand, feel free to grab a hold of that ankle. We'll turn our head to look towards the right fingertips. Big deep breaths here, stretching the right shoulder away from the left thigh. Now let's draw those legs back center. Dropping the right foot back onto the mat. Stretch the left leg away. On the exhale, the toe is pointed to draw up. Flexing the left heel. Reach as much of the back of the left leg, especially the back of the hamstring, down to the mat. Point the toe, pull up. Inhaling, flex and lower the leg. Exhaling, point to draw up. 2 more. heel, drive down. Pointing the toe, turn the knee and the toes out towards the left. Open the leg to the left to circle back up. Flexing the heel, pull down. Pointing the toe, turn out to the left to circle around. 2 more. Flex and down. Point and open and circle. 1 more time. Flex and down. Point, open and circle. Let's reverse directions. Inhaling out to the left. Flex the heel, drive down. Pointing the toe, circle up. Open the leg. Flex the heel to drive down. Point the toe, pull up. 2 more. Open, flex and down. Point back up. 1 more. Open, flex and down. Point to draw back up. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Reach through, hug that right leg up to the chest. Gentle rock side to side. We can place that right foot back to the mat. Open the arms out to your teeth. Let the legs fall to the right side. If it feels better, go ahead and grab a hold of that left ankle with the right hand, placing the foot down onto the floor. Turn the head to look over the left shoulder. Bring those legs back center. Let's add to our leg circles here. So straighten the left leg all the way away. Right leg is coming up to the sky. Arms are out to a T. On the exhale, squeeze into the left glute to make that right hip float off of the mat. Inhale to lower. We'll squeeze up. Here's 3 and 2. Last one. Squeezing into the left glute. Float that right leg. Reach it across the body. We'll circle down, lining that leg up with our midline, dropping the hip. Open the leg to the right side. Circle to the sky. Float the hip. Reach across the body. Circling it down. Drop the hip. Open wide. 2 more. Float the leg. Float the hip. Reach across the body. Down and open. 1 more time. Float it up, reach across, circle it down and open. Let's reverse directions. Open the leg to the right, sweeping it down. Circling across the body, the hip lifts. Keep that hip lifted as the toe comes straight back up to the sky and drop the hip back down with some control. 3 more. We'll open to the right, sweep it down, circle around and up. Lower the hip. 2 more. 1 more time. And relax that hip down. Bend the left knee so the foot is flat. Bending the right knee, thread the right toe under behind the left thigh. Left hand reaches down to grab a hold of the right toes if you can. And let that right leg now just fall open. Take a couple of big stretches here, opening up on the front of that hip. Extend that right leg now long onto the mat. Straighten the left leg to the sky. Flexing, finding that right glute. Pop the left hip up off the mat to lower back down. We'll float that left glute to lower. 2 more. Take it up to lower down. 1 more time. Pop it up to lower back down. Now here it comes. We'll pop that hip up. Reach across the torso. Circle down, lowering the hip to the mat. Open the left leg out to the left side. We'll squeeze to lift that glute. Reach across the torso. Slide it down, open the leg and around. 2 more. Pop it up, circle across. Down, lowering the hip and open. 1 more time. Lift the leg, circle across. Open and back around. Let's reverse directions. The leg opens out to the left, circling it down across the torso. The hip stays lifted until the leg is all the way up, and then lower that hip with some intent. 3 more. Inhale to open, circle it around, lifting that hip, keep it up, 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 and drop. 2 more. Last time. Very good. Bending that right knee so it's flat, foot flat. Tuck the left toe behind the right thigh. Right hand gets to reach down, grab hold of those toes or the ankle, and let that left leg now fall, taking deep breaths to stretch into that left hip. Extend that left leg away. Extend the right leg as well. Inhaling, take a big stretch up and overhead. Find strength beginning at those heels, coming all the way up to the top of the head. And on the exhale, we'll start to tuck the tailbone, scoop the abs, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, roll all the way up into a seated position. Roll it all the way up and over those thighs. Hands come onto the arches of the feet. Take a big inhale into the back of those ribs. Exhaling, melt closer to your thighs. Give me 2 more. Big inhale into the back and sides of the ribs. Exhaling, melt deeper towards your thighs. 1 more time, big inhale. To exhale, melt towards those thighs. And stack that spine up long. Open the feet to be about shoulder width apart. Inhaling, lift those arms up and overhead. Keep the arms lined up with the ears. As we exhale, try to press that spine behind us, like it's pressing into the wall behind us. And now start to lower those arms to the mat. Exhaling, dive those hands forward through the toes. Inhaling, lift the head, look out in front. Exhaling, drop the ears back between the biceps. Press the spine back towards the wall behind you. And inhale, grow back up tall. Give me 2 more. Exhaling, the spine starts to press behind us as we pull that pubic bone up towards the rib cage. Drop the hands to the mat, slide forward. Inhaling, look out in front. Exhaling, melt those ears back below the biceps. Start to press that spine back. Inhale, float the arms to the sky. Here we go. Exhale, press that spine back. Drop the hands. Dive forward through the toes. Big inhale, look out in front. Exhaling, drop the ears back between the biceps. Round the back, come back up tall, big inhale. Arms land in a T. On the exhale, swivel the torso. Right hand grabs hold the outside of the left foot. We'll turn that left palm face up. Tuck the pelvis, look under the right arm, and try to press the arm up to the sky to get deeper into your stretch. Inhaling, right the spine, swivel center. Exhaling, rotate, left hand, right foot. Start to tuck the pelvis, turn the back hand up to the sky. Look under the left armpit, deep into that stretch. Inhaling, grow tall. 1 more each way. Exhale, swivel, right hand grabs over the left foot. We'll tuck the pelvis, look under the right arm, press that left arm up to the sky, get deeper into your stretch. Grow back tall. Last one the other way. Swivel, left hand, right foot. Start to press the hand up to the sky as you tuck your pelvis and you look under that left shoulder. Very good. Inhale, grow tall. You can bring those legs together, and you've made it through a Mat Pilates.